From pigeon cameras to baby cages, here are 5 bizarre inventions lost in history that we should bring back. Number 5. The pigeon camera. Have you ever wanted to take a picture of a bird pooping on your car? Well, there was actually a time when you did not need a drone to get an aerial shot of anything you wanted. In 1907, a Russian inventor created an actual mini camera strapped to a pigeon to take photos while flying. These birds were trained to fly out a few hundred meters before opening their tiny cameras and snapping pictures of whatever they found interesting. Now, after a century of pigeons being bred for meat production, these birds are practically extinct. But imagine if we brought them back, not for war and espionage, but to use as eco-friendly flying drones. They would be better than drones because they require no fuel. Plus, they have full flight capabilities, meaning they wouldn't be limited to snap, zoom in, and snap out again. They could take slow flights, circle things, and even capture videos. They might not be able to fly quite as fast as drones, but they could have some excellent cameras attached to their heads, all without emitting any pollutants. Plus, they could monitor wildlife, plant life, and disaster areas from above. It would also be cool to see what they captured during their daily poop shoots. Number 4. The vacuum train. Looking at this invention, you might think it's from the future, but actually it's from 1904. This is one of the earliest concepts of a train that moved at incredible speeds inside of a vacuum tube. The idea was proposed by a German physicist who imagined it being powered by steam engines like trains of the time. But instead of driving along tracks on wheels, it would drive along a near-perfect vacuum tube. The only thing faster than light is an idea whose time has come. And although there were never any plans to build it, Elon Musk took inspiration from it for his Hyperloop. So perhaps it's time we dusted off this old design and did it up right. After all, trains are so yesterday. How about a sleek bullet train shooting through a vacuum tube at 600 miles per hour with no pollution and 0 delays due to weather conditions? The Hyperloop isn't exactly a new invention, but it is a forgotten one. And it could change how we travel around the world, whether for business or pleasure. While it won't be possible to create perfect vacuum conditions to reduce air resistance, a near vacuum combined with magnetic levitation could make traveling by train fast, clean, and comfortable. And unlike planes, it would have minimal impact on the environment. With an electric motor pushing it forward, this futuristic form of transport could be quieter too. Number 3, the radio hat. You know those hats you bought online that claim to make you look like a famous rapper, but really just make you look like you stole something from a hot dog stand? Well, what if you could buy a hat online that actually made you cooler? That's what they were going for with the radio hat in the 1930s. A stylish fedora with a built-in radio receiver in the brim. No Bluetooth. Just turn the dial to the station you want to listen to and enjoy the tunes coming from the earpiece hidden under the lining. All you had to do was wind up the clockwork generator hidden under the sweatband. The radio hat was more popular in Europe, especially France, where people wore them while taking long walks in the park. They were a symbol of wealth and power since having a radio wasn't cheap. But what if they made a comeback today? We still have problems with people walking around listening to music on their phones without headphones on. And what's worse, you can't charge your phone while you're wearing a hat. But if you had a radio hat, you could listen to music, podcasts, and news without disturbing anyone around you and without looking at a screen. Number 2, the baby cage. Now let's talk about a real head-scratcher. During the 1920s, there was a peculiar contraption that appeared outside the windows of many urban apartments. It looked like a strange cage that hung down from the window ledge, swaying gently in the breeze. And that's because it was meant to hold a baby. Now don't ask us why anyone thought this was a good idea, but it was marketed as a modern and convenient way for parents to let their kids get some fresh air while keeping them safe from falling out of the window. Some cages even came equipped with curtains for privacy and protection from the sun. While these hanging baskets may seem like a thing of the past, they could actually be a solution to some modern-day problems. For instance, with the growing popularity of urban farming, many families are looking for ways to grow plants and crops in small spaces. The baby cage, or more appropriately, the toddler garden, could be a fun way to let leafy greens soak up some much-needed rays, maybe even grow some herbs for cooking. And hey, if you're feeling adventurous, you could try hanging one from your window and enjoying the soothing sounds of traffic and sirens. Okay, maybe that last part isn't so appealing, but with some safety improvements and a fresh coat of paint, the baby cage could make a stylish comeback. And number 1, the amphibious bicycle. In 1932, the British were designing bicycles that could cycle on water. Yes, a bike that transforms from 2 wheels to 4 propellers. The amphibious bicycle was designed by naval architect and engineer Kenelm H. Peat and was meant to help people navigate the flooded streets of London. We're not sure why he didn't invent it a little earlier, though. In 1886, a major flood destroyed a third of the homes in London, causing massive damage, and the city had to wait another 46 years for the next flood, which killed 22 people. While it looks straight out of a Jules Verne novel, the amphibious bike was actually a practical invention for its time. Made of wood, rubber, and canvas, it consisted of a cycle with 2 large rear wheels connected to a pair of smaller front wheels via a differential gear. When the rider was ready to hit the water, they simply folded out the front wheels, attached a propeller to each, and dipped their toes in. The bike could then double as a boat. While it couldn't move as fast as a ship, it was much easier to maneuver and store than a larger vessel. As the climate crisis continues to worsen, flooding becomes more frequent and prolonged. It's time to think outside the box when it comes to urban mobility. What if we brought back the amphibious bike? Not only would it solve problems for those stuck in traffic, but it would also offer a fun and unique way to explore waterways. Imagine biking along a river and then deciding to take a dip in the water without ever stopping. Or perhaps it could be a great addition to any off-grid adventure, allowing travelers to navigate both land and water without leaving their trusty steed. The possibilities are endless. Comment below which invention you'd like to see revived and why. And don't forget to stay tuned for more ridiculous inventions that might just change the world.